Yo, we're back, and today is Thursday, I think the 25th of September. Yo, this shit feels like I'm back in school, fam, writing the date in a book. But yo, anyway, let's see what's going on, yeah? German, let's start with German first, and a quick one. Oh. You know what, I'm gonna wipe all of this out. Is it worth it? Nah, it's not worth it. Let's just keep what is there and just wipe out what's at the top. Nah, did it break it here? I don't know, but I don't think it did. Cool. So what do we have here? We know that we had this main push, right? On the 4 hour, we have this main push. What did we have here? We had the build up, inducement, and we led to a new territory high. Cool. We've done all of this to come and tap into this point here. This was smart money trap. And then we've come and tapped it, and then now we're using here. All of this point here is smart money. The SMT is a weak demand, I'd like to call it, but obviously we want to break above it. But look, we went tapped the efficiency of the pullback. Well, this point here being the fake demand. Then we came back, tapped into this internal range here, demand, and then we're looking to go up. Well, right now we haven't made the high yet, so the confirmed high would be for us to break this point here. If we break this point here, it will be confirmed to me that, you know what, maybe this sweep is in fact. Let me show you what I mean. So anyway, we're having a low time frame now. Ooh, and niggas knackered. If I come on this lower time frame now, what do we have? We can refine all this to here. And then what do we currently have? What's the market cycle that we currently have? We have this sweep, inducement, change of state of delivery. This was the decisional. We came and mitigated that upon this, and then we went. So this point hasn't been tapped into yet, and then we came and tapped into it here. When we tapped it, how did we tap in? We had this liquidity sweep. Another change of state of delivery. Okay. This would have been the decisional big off. It failed, and then this is the confirmed decisional, and this would be the extreme. We came and tapped into the decisional. What did we do? Induce this point here. This was yesterday, where we induced this point here. Alright. And then what happened? We went all the way up, breaking this point here. So market structure is bullish. And we also know that this is smart money trap. So we're looking for that to fail. Now, if I'm looking in this range now, so our current market structure cycle. Our current market structure cycle would be, we had this low taken and went all the way up here. So this was the BOS. The inducement led to a new territory on an internal low. BOS. Okay, cool. Has it hit the efficiency of the pullback? We could say when it done this, it didn't hit, but the imbalance there, it came and filled it though a bit, tapped into it there a bit, and then when we came down, we failed to make a low. We just swept this, tapped into this point here, and we obviously haven't broken above here. We haven't broken above here yet. What led to the breaker structure? In fact, it was this point here, which led there. So I would say the decisional would have been this point here, decisional, and then we have the extreme being this point here, which led to the new high being made on this internal range as a complex pullback. So that would be extreme, and then we can refine that to this point hasn't been tapped into yet. So far I'll put it at here, right? But ideally it's here. But let me just put it here so I don't get confused. So cool. M15 now, what do we see? We had the break structure. This was the decisional, which led to that. We came down. What did we do? We swept these lows. And then what did we do? We have a broken structure here. So market structure is saying something. Liquidity is also saying something, but it hasn't fulfilled yet. Market structure says this is the decision, or if we tap in, we're meant to break it. Okay, cool. We had this in build up inducement. Did we get the follow through? No. So liquidity is not with us right now. So let's see what's going on. Liquidity is not with us right now. And if liquidity is not with us right now, what sort of thing would we have right now? We'll have, what scenario would they have right now? Currently we are above beer. We went above. Oh, currently we've broken structure on this lower time frame. Yeah. On the M15, we've broken structure. I'm knackered, you know, bro. I went better than like 5 a.m. yesterday. But anyway, yeah, so we've broken structure, come down, tapped into the decisional. But the decisional is a funny one, you know, it's a funny one because that might not actually be the decisional, as we had no sweep inside of it. This, however, did. So this might not be a confirmed decisional. Do you know where I'm from? And we might just say that, you know, this is the extreme, and ideally, this is the decisional. Since you had this point here taken, let me tapped into it here. So ideally, this might be it. And then this is basically internal range trying to make a new high, and it's failing. So it looks like we wants to come. We want to come all the way back here. Maybe. Maybe. What time is it now? Okay, cool. So if I'm looking at this, obviously we're gonna get into the daily profiles for after, but let's go into EU and GU quickly so we don't miss nothing. EU and GU are starting hourly. Hourly, we know that this what brought us down to here. No, let me go on. We know that this is the extreme. This is the decisional. See, we're referring it to here. Decisional. In fact, it's not the decisional. It's just a weak demand. You see how you got weak demand. Why is it a weak demand? Because this is the actual decisional. But then again, it's still a valid decisional. Why? Because this, imagine this brought price down. This was the extreme. You went up, came down a bit, didn't sweep nothing. So it's still weak. You know where I'm coming from? This swept something and then we went and broke this. So this is a confirmed decisional. This is weak. And of course, this is the extreme. So if that's the case, this is weak. And let me see EU. EU also got, just trend line here, to be honest. That's what I see. We just have trend line, tapped it. And then we've broken it, swept it, went above it a bit here. Then we've come down. So this ideally is, because we might have something interesting here. Something interesting. Okay, we went. Took out, but wait. So this is the decisional. We confirmed that. Right? That is the decisional. We tapped the decisional. What did we do? Had to change the state of delivery. What did we do then? We came back and tapped into the last point again. I know you just gotta read it like this first. But remember, we said this point is also weak. I think, yeah, we did. We did. Oh, there it is. But it's not weak because obviously we haven't really met the efficiency. We had this, but if we're looking at it like this, yeah, what broke? What broke the structure here? We say it was from here. This sweep here came down, and then we had a minor one as well, which brought it down. So we broke a minor one, but not this one here. So I wouldn't be getting in longs. But so far, we know that this has had a change of state of delivery, right? And I also kind of had like a break structure on of a decisional, but that decisional might be a bit dungy. The reason why I say that is if I go on back on go on a 45. Okay, we've got 57 minutes. Okay, cool. If I go on a 45, what does it look like? Okay, we've come tapped into it, and then now look, we're just building trend line. We're building trend line, but this is the extreme. You know, I'm coming from building trend line, and we've had. Anyway, we'll get into that. Let's go on to M15. So now we know that obviously GU and EU are both in a Buki zone. The zone is Buki. The zone is a Buki thing. Yeah, and they're reacting. See how they're reacting off it, and they're both at their efficiency to pull back. both at the efficiency of the pullback. Yeah. And we've had Asia high taken. Okay. What's this one? 15. Why is it the efficiency of the pullback? Because this is the up candle that took out this liquidity and brought price down to tap into this point here. So until we break that, we're still bearish in that range. This one here, same thing. This is the last up candles. In fact, this one here, which led price to come and tap into this fake ass demand. So what's gonna happen? Let's see. Let's go on a lower time frame and see what daily profile we got on our hands. So daily profile, let's just check quickly at 12. Two Asia low did not get taken. Bookie. So now I'm seeing different things going on. From here, 12 to 2, this is actually playing about. This is actually playing with it. That's because at 12, let me confirm this. Yeah, valid spot. But that's because, yeah, remember yesterday, obviously this might go a bit deeper into it, but I don't know. But we got a bit of divergence here, which is Asia high has been taken here. Asia has been taken here. Asia high has not been taken. However, Asia low has been taken. You get where I'm coming from. But let's read the internal structure, because then if we read it, we might be able to know how we're doing this. So, cool. We had this inducement here, push out. Came down, done this little build up here again, came down, came to the extreme. We tapped it, went up, then it broke this point here. So this point here then started to hold, which led to this point here. That was broken, this was broken, and then we're now at the efficiency of the pullback. We went there, this is the breaker structure. Why? Because we took out liquidity here, went, broke this, didn't come here, we just created internal ranges, went here, took out this point here, went, took out this internal range, the decisional and the extreme, and now we're here. So this is basically the divergence back into that to take out this liquidity here. So if I look on that M15, what do I see? I mean, not M15, M1, what do I see? Come all the way down. Let's go on M5 quickly. This was the supply. Oh, from this point here to here. Then we've had a liquidity sweep in there. Supply. Ooh. We've had supply, liquidity sweep. I want to see which suppliers haven't been mitigated yet. Yeah, it's literally just this point here. So ideally, let's see something. Let's see something. Have we got an inducement in our hands? So we had this point being taken. Right. We gotta be careful right now. This point being taken, and we have this point. It hasn't led to a new low yet. See what I mean? So we can't be rushing into sales yet. This hasn't led to a breaker structure. Because if this led to a new high, this is a new range. So I want this to be broken and this not to be tapped into. Then I'll look for the short. This one here, same thing. Let me see something. When we had the inducement here, did we have an inducement there? Yes, we did. We also had an inducement there. But it did not confirm. Didn't lead to nothing. This one still hasn't led to nothing. So we have to wait until we get that break. If we get that break, then basically this is the divergence inducements coming up to take out all of this point here. And then this point here, this failed to come down to break Asia low because we haven't fully tapped into that zone yet. So we gave, this is the inducement, right? However, hold on a second, because we could have two daily profiles playing on here. Because I'm currently going on by We have the efficiency of the pullback here that we expect liquidity to happen. Then this is showing me the profile that I want, which is at 12 to 2, we should come down and break Asia low. But however, from here at 12 to 2, we went up. But we went up further into this efficiency of the pullback. And now I'm looking for a lower time frame confirmation on both EU and GU, because this is seen as an inducement on on EU. Tapping into this point here, then we came down, then now we're coming off this point here, the supply. At the same time, coming off the supply, we also have EU coming off the supply. GU coming off supply, which is basically efficiency of the pullback. But these two, I don't know, I love them sometimes, but you know what? I have to use divergence and that, so it's a bit long right now. Right, what's going on? Oh, the decisional. Yeah, we're coming down to the decisional. So we have the breaker structure. Remember, this led to the break. We haven't broken it after that. So here or here, we could be buying if we get our lower time frame confirmation, which is either a two leg, or yeah, basically a two leg, bro. So I can't like E and G until one of these lots broken. Look how small London rage as well. I don't know what's going on today, but not looking good, bro. It's not looking good. But we had this inducement, let me check one last thing quickly. We have this inducement, and this is a basically inducement playing out as well. Is there any traps? Yeah, the trap here with trend line. So I can't like G is looking like the best one right now. And guess what? We've had this point here being broken, but I can't just sell yet. I'm looking for the next leg. Can't just sell yet, but the supply would be ideally. I don't want us to break above here because this could be an inducement, but it hasn't had the follow through yet. See that? But however, EU, GU has now come and had the follow through here. So ideally, I can just sell here from here, but this hasn't. Like this basically came and made the efficiency to the pullback, so it could go all the way up here. So, yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. But I won't lie. Alright, cool. So let's see. Are we gonna get a two leg? What profile have you got? Bye. You know what? I can't lie. I'm sticking to German, man. German looks like it might give us a good one today. Because if I'm looking at everything from 12, from midnight open to 2, what do we have? Up move, and then we came down. What current profile do we have? I'll show you later. But currently, it's easy to read, bro. I'm not going to force myself to read EU and GU when it's not. But one's going up. I'm good with divergence, but bro, what's the point? This is cleaner. So you come from. This is way cleaner. So let's see something. Let's see something. Let's see something. Did we get the two leg? Ideally, you want a second leg. I'm looking for a sec, because this could fly, bro. This could fly. But at the same time, it could be. I just want an SMT to fail. It hasn't failed yet. Yeah, at this point, let me know when we break this point here, bro. But I won't lie. This here, I was thinking to get. You see what I was thinking to get in at this point here? It's valid. But I don't know. I'm scared. I got sugar my timbers. Don't want to risk it too tough. Because that one there is slight valid. But obviously, market structure. We broke this point here, but it's like the first leg. You don't want to be getting on the first leg, because then you could just sweep this and go all the way up. I want that to break it again without us touching into this point here, because then that means that, bro, we got a smart money trap market low, and then we're just creating all of this to target this whole point. Hopefully. To go and come from. Hopefully. But oh well. I think we're gonna have to stick to German. Let's see if German, okay, it's coming tapped into that point now. Let me see on the M5, could I refine it even better? So this one here is gonna have to be a 2-leg. The best thing I use is, yeah, for it to be a 2-leg, for you to expect, bro, look how mad it is. If I go on the M15, this is the only supply. This is the only supply, bro. And that's me being conservative. If not, I would have put it all the way up to here. But obviously there's FVG there, so just put this is the actual extreme. Yeah. This is the actual extreme supply, yeah. That also had trend line. So, bro, for us to get a change of state of delivery, we have to go all the way up here. Or that would just be a breaker structure. So we can't do that. So what we can do is, we could do something like this. Come down, then we start doing this. And then, you can come from. Like what happened yesterday. But hopefully, the same bullshit don't happen to us where instead of the 2-leg, it's happening on a low thing. Kind of like GU. Still, man. It actually led to this though. It led to a new high, so you can't say that. But when we had the efficiency of the pullback, as we've gone into that, I just know. But it's not clear, man. There's nothing there. German what looks more clear. It's looking tempting. So this break of this basically would be. But am I rushing it? Would that be me rushing it? I don't want to rush it because with divergence, you don't want to rush it, brother. Trust me, you don't want to rush it. Alright, cool. So if let's say I wasn't want to rush it, yeah, and let's say this broke here, and I could do this. Is it worth it for us to go all the way down, take out Asia low, then all of this mezzanine? Is it worth it? I think it might be. Okay, it is worth it. Alright, cool. You know, MT5. Oh, quickly, because I might come back into it quickly. Sure. But the thing is, it did make a high down, so you gotta be careful. Because if I'm being honest, we could just go from here and go back up. That's what I wanted to. I wanted to come up before reaching at least this point here. I wanted to come up at least before reaching this point. Oh yeah, fuck that. But it makes sense. EU has given us the break. Do you get where I'm coming from? So we could take that position. I could take it. It just Come on, man, tap me in. Because look, both had an inducement. This one here, obviously this one here already previously. And then this one was just, yeah, man. But I think it might fly. The way it is, it won't come back up like that. Yeah, I think we hesitated. So we should have got in there. Because you knew that, bro. This here was essentially, we've broken structure here. This is a mitigation of that decision of which led us to do this. So our breaky would have been here, and then we're looking for that to go. So our entry should have been ideally here. But we just hesitated, innit? Hesitation. It's there, you know, I'm not really that confident with divergence in it. But when it happens, and it's clear, I like to take them. But sometimes I misjudge them and I get burned. So I try not to really focus on them too tough. So I'm gonna leave it. I wasn't sure, and I don't take trades where I'm not sure. I need my bull bags to be filled. Why for that, bro? But I need my I need strong conviction, and so I didn't take it. But you say, yeah, I'm coming from that. But this point here is like the fish to the pullback to me, and I know, I get it. This could also be liquidity being taken, and we could be going, but like obviously this has broken structure, so ideally this is coming to mitigate this point here, right? And this is also coming to mitigate that last point there. But it's all, it all sounds nice, innit? Until you realize that, bro. I should take the short, though. I really should, but it's the divergence thing I'm telling you about. This happened there, then this went and tapped into there, then this is like what we're working our way down. But this didn't break this, we didn't mitigate none of that. So it makes sense to get in there. But you gotta be careful, man. What told you? Get in, car. I told you, get in. Why you gotta fight? You're the divergence like this. Because I don't want to take a loss when German is about to give me a trade. Okay, German has lost decisional. German, you better give us something, because at this point, what do we have again? We had a break structure, we had internal structure. Okay. Then we've come and broken this point here. On a sharp thing. So maybe we're coming to the extreme, and then we're going to do the 2-leg there. But I won't lie to you, we should have actually entered. I don't know why I'm hesitating to enter, but if I do know, it's divergent. I just don't like them like that. But this is a smart money trap. I'll show you that. This is smart money trap because they think equal lows taken. This is going to be like a thing to go up. So let's wait for that to play out first. Smart money get taken out first. Thinking, we're going up. Just pop a snooze in quickly. But this trade will be nice. Like we found out all our trend. All our liquidity on here. And we know that daily profile is ideally bearish. But obviously EU and GU are not synced. That's why it's a bit booky. If this didn't make the high here like this, and let's say made an internal higher high whilst obeying Asia high not being taken, I would have been with it. But because we actually went and broke and this didn't, where's Asia? And this didn't. It's tricky for me. Very tricky for me. See, look. This took out, it didn't break above this point here. This is why I should have gotten at this point here. At this point here earlier. Because it would have saved me, I would have had to break even here. Because market structure was very low, time confirmation was there. I won't lie to you, it was there, confirmed. But I just hesitated. I'm going to write that down, but I hesitated. But in theory, we had an inducement inside the supply, which is the efficiency of the pullback. We've also had an inducement. Well, so look, we had the inducement there. But where the hell is it? We had the inducement there, and then we broke structure. What led to that break of structure? Okay, we had this point here, where we're currently mitigating. This point here. So ideally, EU, I can take the short, but yeah, I don't know, man. I see the short. The short is there. It makes sense to take the short, but I'm not confident about the short. Do you get where I'm coming from? I'm not confident about the short at all. So let me just go back to the instrument where I'm sure. All right. How do we read this? This is where we tapped into this point. We have failed to break above here. So this ideally could be also, you know where I'm coming from. But maybe could that be just coming down to the extreme. The extreme point. So obviously decisional got done in this internal range here. Let's go in M5. But Uh, if I read the internal lows, internal structure, we could have. This is the point. We haven't tapped it yet. EU and G, I know is gonna go down. That's the thing, man. I know. I just know. And I don't want to I don't want to miss that trade because it could be a fruitful trade. That, you know what, we could see. Let's see. This is what led to us coming down to break here. Yeah. Let's see something. Because ideally, yeah, the fishes to the pullback is here for this one here. You get where I come from? Because from here is when we broke this point, which led to breaking up this point. All of this is just internal. You get where I'm coming from? And this could be the order flow. Order flow. And then we break it. But I want to see something because we had a 2 leg here. Leg number 1 broke. Inducement number 2 broke. So inducement number 2 is ideally from here, obviously. Imbalance to be wicked like this. That inducement number 2 to be also have an inducement. Yes, we did. This inducement number 2 was here, and we came down to here. So the inducements are there. They're there. Market structure, however, is confirmed with GU or EU for a 2 leg, and we haven't had the efficiency of the pullback, so we can expect us to come lower with daily profile. GU now is just like, yo, this point here is liquidity, that is supply, we haven't tapped it yet. So let's see, do we get an inducement here? Let's see. Yeah, we're taking out this high here. That's a lead to that breaker structure, but then again, okay, this is trend line. We can see this as trend line for now. Trend line, liquidity. Let's just go back to German quickly. Have we had a 2 leg yet? No, we haven't. So it was a bit, I don't know if I want to take German or G because this one's going to pay. This could give us like a 10 out. Because we know that, bro. It could really rip. But at the same time, I need a confirmation. Yes, we have the confirmation of 1 leg, 2 leg breaking this point here. So this tap here could be it, but there's no inducement like that. But on G, there is an inducement. G gonna come from. But G could go all the way to the extreme. But yeah, man, it's a bit of a crazy one. Right now, I'm just scoping. I'm scoping. So from this point here, we went and broke nothing. This point here, after tapping in, after taking the liquidity, we still haven't broken nothing yet. So it's a bit of a tricky one still. Ooh. M5. Yeah, we haven't broken that yet. But anyway, our 2 leg will be M5. Last candle that led us to tapping into this point here. And taking out this liquidity here. Alright. This liquidity here. So I want that M5 to change and then break above that again, and I'll gain to go further up. Let's go on to M3. M3, okay. We have it. We've taken out the liquidity and we've taken this out. So it is a strange one. Are you gonna confirm this one as the current? I like to use M5 in it. M5 candle break because then that's a bit confirmed. But at the same time, we haven't tapped this point yet. So and the M5 high is there for the first leg, internal high. So when we go on a lower time frame, look, this point led to us coming down. So at least let's break above this point first. Maybe tap into this point, come down, then go further up above here, and then we can enter. But let's see G. Back to German. Okay, we're making our way there now. So ideally, let me just make sure, have we actually tapped into this point here, or is it go on a 10-minute? Let's see something. Okay, 15-minute last down candle. No, we haven't tapped into the open yet. 30 minutes, the open is there, so we could be going above the come from. So it could make sense. We have taken liquidity, it's just that we haven't tapped into the actual point yet. But if the actual point, we could say, is this point here, the efficiency of that. So we obviously mitigate the whole efficiency basically. So it could be. Let's just see if we get the 2 leg. If we get the 2 leg, then it makes sense. So we're about to get the 1 leg right now. So I think, yeah, man, I'm gonna stick to German for now. German seems more thing. So German, let's start loading up our shit. German, let's go on German. Ooh, German chart. But we gotta be careful in German though. Obviously, we've got the daily profile, but you gonna come from, it could just be, this is basically, it's crazy. Well, let's see, if we get the 2 leg, we'll take it. So we had 1 leg, leg number 1. This would be the extreme of that leg number 1. Right, and then this would be the decisional, would be somewhere on here. I'll say even this point here. So let's just say, you know what, it's small in it, so let's just make it demand zone. Let's tap into here and make a next higher. But damn, GU and E, look at what it's there, man. This one makes sense, but at the same time, we gotta be careful, because after tapping into this point here, we haven't broken above this point here, the last point that brought us down to this point. But if you were to look at it correctly, you could also say that, you know what, we had this point here, which went up and then came down and then broke this. You get where I'm coming from. So ideally, this is the demand zone, and we could come and take out all of this point here, even though it's showing us that we could potentially have buy profile at play, which is a normal protraction. So currently, see stuff like this, I would get in, treating this as okay thing, but I want that confirmation, and I don't mind missing it. I don't mind missing a trade, but I need that confirmation. I need us to come into it, tap it, and then make the next side. Now this is basically internal range above breaker structure, and we could simply just come into this point here, come back down like that, and then if we do this and break this point here, I guess we're using the internal ranges of these things here to trade. So that could be a valid one as well. But now I'm not going to take this one thinking this is demand. Why? Because there's also this point here. So we could go up here, tap it, and then come take out this internal liquidity to come and tap into one of these demands and then break it. And then I got my confirmation. See where I'm coming from? Because this in itself is an inducement, you could say. Because it's taking out these bias here, which had a build-up inducement, led to a breaker structure. We've come and taken them out. But we've tapped into the extreme, which also done the major inducement of, I think this is probably like previous day low or something. Yeah, Tuesday. So we've done Tuesday's low, right, and had this. Then we've come back down. And yeah, so this is the proper one. But this proper one could be all the way down here as well. So we've got to be careful. We don't want to fall into a trap and getting in here, and then price bounces off here, and then it comes back down. And possibly going all the way down to here and then going back up. We don't want that. Even though we know that it's not likely, it could still happen. So we've got to be careful. So now we've got leg number 1 on the M5. If I go on the M5 now, look, we went above that point there. This kind of way. So we've got leg number 1. I'm looking for 1, 2. Because we know that efficiency to pullback is very far. So if buyers are really in control, we should come down, tap it, have this fair value gap here, come tap it, make the next high, and then I'll look. But remember, if we're going to get on the second leg, it would make sense for us to come take out this liquidity and then do that inducement in there and then break structure, because then that will be, we'll have our lower time frame confirmation, which is a sweep and a break of structure, and then we look to find a demand within that and trade that. So that's what I'll be looking for. But now let's see GU and EU. It's come further up in here. GU hasn't. So you have a divergence going on right now, because this had the inducement and we came. However, this didn't have an inducement, so it's about to do the inducement now and tap it into its actual extreme, which would be, let's say, somewhere out here. Let's see. Do we get that? I don't know. We'll see. But cool. So it looks like we've broken structure and internal things at play. But let's see what happens. I want us to come mitigate this, making out this to be liquidity, tapping into this point and then breaking it again. If we get that, we've got a confirmation. So right now everything lines up. Let me load up daily profile so you can see what I was talking about. Okay, so already. Oh, normal protraction. Look, from 12 to 2, London comes down, taps into the demand that we're in, and then it goes back up. Just what happened yesterday. Just like what happened yesterday. London, look, Asia, between 12 and thing, it went up, and then we came down. What did we come back down to? This demand zone here, which had previous day swept, Asia low swept, and led to a breaker structure without the efficiency of the pullback. So it's valid. I just want my confirmation. Just confirmation of us coming down, tapping it and going. If you don't get that, there's not really an inducement for me to trade off. This could do this and go up. It seems like it. I could take that one, but it's a bit of a risky one because we could still come further down and tap into this point here. So I don't want to risk that. However, if I get it, fuck it. We'll take it. But I want my 2 leg, man, with a confirmation. Second leg having an inducement for me to trade off. And it looks like we're coming down. So let's see, do we get that? GU. Oh, GU has now given us the inducement. GU has now given us the inducement. So ideally, we can actually sell here. Or 2. Ooh, that's a bit of a Let's see what EU has done. EU has also come to this point here, which is the last demand zone, which led to us tapping into this here. So obviously we know that this is a trap, but it could just go efficiency pullback, come down and go further up. So yeah, it's a bit of a techie one still to navigate this one. Bit of a techie one, but we know it wants to go down. We know that we could get that entry somewhere around here. This inverse value gap seems that we could take it, but then this could be an inducement as well. So the counter inducement coming to mitigate this point here, which led to this break here. See what I mean? So everything's not aligned yet. Everything's not aligned yet, so I'm not really interested. It could go. You could see this come and take out and go all the way here, which is true. It would be worth taking this trade here. I won't lie to you, but at the same time, yeah, with market structure and everything, it's not better to wait for German. Would it not be better to wait for German? Would it not be better? Think about it. I think it would be better to wait for German. See, look. Imagine if we executed. We could have got like right now. I'll just show you. We would have got. Hence why, because look, we've come and tapped into this last point here, and we could go and make another high. Who knows? But anyway, fucking hell, German. Are you really doing us like this? Alright, at least we had an inducement. So we had an inducement, right, which led to, so after breaker structure, we went and done another breaker structure with an inducement. But then again, we haven't broken this point here. So we've broken this internal range here, but we haven't broken this point here. So we could still come further down. Yes, we have an inducement, but it could just be, it's fulfilled as me, broken structure. See where I'm coming from? So we can't really get in yet. This is all internal price action. And we have a counter inducement as well. We know we want to go up, that's true. So we're looking for this counter inducement not to obviously fail. So I can't get in there. Why can't I get in here? This is also supply. And who used to say we can't go mitigate that? Yes, we've broken this point here, but it's a one leg. And look where it is. You can't just say, oh, because we've had this, we're bullish. I want this to get tapped, and then we break this. That would be nice. But if this goes and breaks that, that's also nice. But still, let me just do this here. So, yeah, it's a bit of a techie one still. Let's see GU. Look at that. It's actually going to violate the full thing now. And now look. G, let's see. So we come back to the last demand zone. Let's see. It did lead to a breaker structure after taking liquidity, so I can expect price to keep going. So short idea might be invalidated right now. But let's see. I could get in here, but it's just a cheeky one. Let me see. Would it even align with my? Oh, it did though. It did align with my shit. It actually did align with my shit. But still, a disciplined trader is a profitable trader. We have two inducements here. What's the point? This is a gamble. You don't know which one's gonna work out. So just sit on your hands and wait. It's that simple. It's that simple. You see me drawing things, predicting things, but you see how I don't execute. Hence why I haven't been taking. When was the last time I took a loss? Well, Monday. That was a valid loss in it. I misdrew my zones. But ever since then, I ain't really taken a loss. I just been getting invalidations and things that I don't feel like is right. So if we break above this now and break that, I can expect this one to hold, because then this will be like the inducement which led to this break. This basically just means it's a decisional. So then I can look to get in something like this and look to go further up into these zones here. And it will be valid. It will be a valid way for me to navigate price. Do you get where I'm coming from? But to just say, let me get in here, bro, who used to tell you that we're going to make that higher and give you that break even? Who used to tell you that? However, this we have internal ranges. So currently we have we have internal ranges. So let's see what happens. Do we take out these buyers and then go and break this, and then I get in? Or, because these are like early buyers, but early buyers still have a push sometimes. They actually do the job. You can come from. So let's see. If we break this, this will be the decisional, and we'll look to enter off here and yeah, hold it for 1 to 3. So let's go and do that. Let's go and do that, and we will look to get into here with our stop loss at the inducement low, because that'll be inducement number 2. Oh. See what happens. Do we get that, or are you going to mitigate and then just fly? Hopefully we just don't flash straight in it. Oh, let's see G and E. See what I mean? It's not worth it, man. It's not worth it. Again, you can't get in yet. Why? Because this could be the inducement. Yes, we haven't broken it yet, so it could do a 2-leg. Do you get what I'm from? So you don't want to get in yet. You want everything to align, which is market structure, liquidity cycle. Then we got our daily profile. Daily profile is played out. We're just looking for our last point, which is the entry. The entry we haven't got it yet. So when I'm seeing this, I'm not looking to get in straight away, because we can still get bun and come all the way down to here. So we gotta wait. We have to wait. We need a new inducement. So we have inducement number 1, being this one here. Then we have inducement number 2. Do we get an inducement number 3 here and break it? If we do, I'll trade off that. Because then it's just showing us that we might not come here. We're just having inducements going on. Let me just move this to the side. I forgot to even add the so we're gonna have another inducement here, mitigating this last point here, which led to that break there. This point here, basically. Let's see. It didn't break it. We didn't break it. So ideally, this would be the demand zone. Again, it's making our thing bigger and bigger and bigger. Don't really like that, do I? Nope. I'm not like that at all. I want 0.7, man. I won't lie to you. This one was 0.7. Oh, but damn. Let's see. 45 is approaching, so hopefully we get that break by then. Because we're basically just broken structure. We're just doing internal ranges. Did that break it? Let me see. I don't think it did, you know. What's the high of that? The high is 606. What's the high of this? 606 as well. So equal highs. We got that equal high there. So ideally this is the entry, but it was a counter inducement one, so I didn't want to get in. Because I was hoping for us to come tap into this point here, but if we had an inducement here, fairs, it led to a breaker structure, and I need a new one. So this one being come and take her, these equal lows now. What's the low of that? 859, 859.5, 589.5, 589.5. So we have 2 equal lows here. Which one's gonna get broken? So I'm expecting this one to get broken and tap into the open of this one here, which led to this thing here that done an inducement, meaning inducement number 2, and then we break structure, confirming it, and then I'll get in on that demand zone there. Then hopefully I can make our thing a bit more tinier. See, 0.6, 0.06, 0.07. It could be not here. Let's just wait until we tap into that and get the move. If we don't, then I don't know. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. But we want these 2 to get taken out as liquidity. Let me see G and E. Look what he's doing. Bomber clout. Dumbass pairs, man. Just playing games all week. Stupid, man. But anyway, let's see. Let's see. You get that? Are we gonna get that? You know you wanna come here. Calm down, broski. Relax and calm down. You know you wanna go up. Just relax. Triple highs here. Just calm down first, bro. don't go and take this high first. Come down, take this low, create a second inducement, and then go and take this high. Then I'm with you. I'm with you, man. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Come down and tap into that bitch. Let me just load up everything, make sure everything's ready. What are you doing? Are you high or something? What is wrong with price? It just doesn't want to follow what the fuck we want it to do, innit? You have liquidity here, so I can't really get in now. Gone and taken out these highs. Boring, German 30. Boring. What are you doing? Why don't you want to give us an entry? Fucking hell, man. But at this point, what can we do? We can't really do that, can we? We can just say that this is the inducement that powered this whole thing. This ideally will be the decisional, which had no inducement in it. If I was to take this 0.10, not liking it. Not liking it at all. But I know obviously getting to here makes sense in it, so we might just take it and hope it goes well. But we don't want to be doing hope. We like precision. And this, damn, man. We still haven't broken this point here. This range here is high, so we're using this one here currently. So maybe we come take that, come down, take this, and then break that. Maybe, and break above this point here. Then maybe. Making sense, but that's not looking ideal, bro. Just move this to the side. Come on, German, man. Stop being silly. Stop being silly. Stop being silly. Bro, when's my iPhone 17 gonna come, bro? They're taking a piss, fam. Oh, now it ain't come yet. I'm trying to do content with the 17 Pro Max, fam. Playing games. Alright, cool. So it's coming to take out that liquidity, you know, yeah. But remember, we can't just get in. See people that just get in like this. You got some sort of pair of balls on you, bro. Because, yeah, unless you don't know what you're doing, you're just saying, yeah, this is demand because we haven't mitigated, there's liquidity below it. I mean, above it. So let's just take it like that. I get you. You could do that. But, bro, looking at market cycle, but we have this high taken. This could be an inducement. Tapping into this point here. Coming down is broken structure. So why the hell are you getting to a buy now? Why don't you wait for the confirmation? I would like to wait for the confirmation. So we've tapped it now. Taking out this point, triggering sellers into the market, and then now we're going to take them out. When we take them out, bro, I'm entering like this. With my stop loss here, 0.8, 0.08. Makes sense. I'm just following the inducements. Do you get where I'm coming from? Just following the inducements. That's only if we, from here we go and break this. Disqualifying this sweep. So this basically like smart money, you could say. So I want us to disrespect that. If we do, then yeah, man, I guess it's in play. If we don't, then until this point gets violated, we could expect inducements in this zone here, because this point here was unmitigated, which led to the break. So that could be a thing as well. Hence why I wanted this to get taken first and not that. Because if that got taken out first and we done something like this, I'll just be getting it straight on the mitigation. But right now, yeah, man, it looks like it wants to come all the way down here. So our key window is about to end. The trade might not be in our key window. So remember, even though we got everything, we line out everything, because when I come back in New York, you might see price somewhere up here or somewhere below here if you get it wrong. But everything lined up, but I just haven't got the entry yet, so I'm not taking it. So there's 4 parts to this shit. First, you put on your market structure lens, find out your extremes, the extremes and decisionals, and then obviously you go on the lower time frame, refine that. After you refine that, you check the daily profile. Does it align with what you market structure is saying? If it does, and you can see something happening where, let's say, currently today, daily profile has said this is a bullish daily profile, even though it looks like we're going down, but we've come all the way down to the extreme. Took out a liquidity on our left, and then we had this internal break here, leg number 1, leg number 2. Perfect. This is the perfect smart money trap, because right, a confirmation I could actually get in here, yeah, but it's a bit too risky because then I'm fighting market structure, so my break even will have to be up here. But this is perfect, why? Because this is where the inducement happened, yeah, and led to that breaker structure here, yeah. So I might actually use an inverse fair value gap for this one here. This here is a tapped entry, but I might go with it. Do you actually want to go with it? Because we could take it out. Obviously, is a good thing to I mean, like we could, wait for this candle to close. If that closes, then I'll look to do it. Because basically, yeah, what it is, yeah, let me wait for that candle to close. If it doesn't break that low and it closes, I'll do it. Because you could just see that, okay, cool, we had this week, came down, we didn't have the break straight away, and we've come to the fissure to the pullback. So that, yeah, no, it's good that we didn't get in. But basically what he's trying to say is, this came down with this momentum and it didn't break the low straight away. We mitigated it. So ideally, upon this IFEG, yeah, we could have just went, if we broke above that, then it would have been a pattern for me, because we know that the extreme is here. So ideally, I could just hold it till here, and yeah, put my break even above this shift here, because this range bought price into this point here. But obviously, we didn't get that, unfortunately. It's good that we didn't enter straight away, because this is how we used to take losses, because it's not a confirmation. We haven't switched the market cycle yet. But still, sometimes you can predict it and then go and actually make the high. But obviously, it's good that we didn't do that. So now we're actually mitigating this last point, this last demand. If I was to look at it, this went and broke all of this. We can't mitigate it. FEG or that, taking out this low here. So yeah, this point here makes sense to me. In fact, you could have this point here to be precise, but obviously this is the last up candle before this broke. Right, this broke. So we'll just use that. But remember, if the confirmation doesn't happen in our key window, it's done. It is actually done. But the daily profile is there, so I might wait 15 minutes more just to see it. Give it that buffer to see if we break above here, because we actually come and mitigate this point now. This was all internal range, as I was saying. But if we made that high, we would have traded internal range until we reached an efficiency of the pullback. Internal range demand. That was just internal range demand that then became equal lows. Equal lows that got ran. And you tapped into that actual unmitigated extreme. And now I want a I want the bullish side of things to start happening. Which is, let's go and take out this IFG, break above this point without tapping in to fully fill in this FEG, and then retrace, because that retracement might get me in before our key window ends. Do you know where I'm coming from? So let's go, come on, man. You can do it. Break the decisional here, because the decisional is what led to that. And then we have the extreme here. So let me just put a little BOS here. Do that. In fact, change the state of delivery. Do that. Paired with this, paired with that, paired with this inducement that we confirmed. We got ourselves inducement number 1, inducement number 2, a significant one. Do you get where I'm coming from? Then we can go. So let me load up. Thing. I'm gonna have to break that decision, break it. If we don't break it, this whole thing won't work. Break that decision.
So we might do a 2-leg break. But that 2-leg break, when we break, I don't want us to go all the way up there. I don't want us to go all the way up there, but then it's techie as well, because it could be a mitigation here. Oh no, too many invalidations, bro. It's peak. So ideally, the real thing to wait for is to break a break above here to confirm the 2-leg. So even this, we might not be able to. But I was just thinking, it makes sense. Decisional, we could get in, but we could have the efficiency of the pullback and just come straight down. Well, let's see. We've taken out this equal low, and then we've met the efficiency of the pullback. What happens? Do we break this, or do we go and break that? Let me just make this here. Do we break this, or do we go and break that? We've got 6 minutes left.
Come on, price, do something, work.
Look at this. This is what I was saying, GU and E. I wanted to get in. You see what I was talking about? It's a joke, man. We just couldn't get in. But I didn't want to confuse myself with Divergence. I could read it if I spent time on it. But why waste time doing this thing here when this looked clean? German looked clean. You got where I'm from. But obviously now it's not clean. But see what I mean? See what I mean? 1 to 10 if we got it. Joked it, man. Joked it. Would have had 1 to 3 already, because we know that this is all trend line. We'll come to take all of this out, but it's a joke, man. It's actually a joke. Like, if we didn't get this point here, I was thinking, but this kind of just invalidated everything for me, bro. Because I was gonna get in here, but obviously I was like, let me wait, because this is a counter inducement. This is also an inducement. This inducement, look, trend line here. And trend line here. So what's the point of taking a decision? Like, you're gambling. So let me wait. So yeah, this came down, took out this point here. But look, it also went and took out that point there. And then what happened? We failed to make the higher high, came and broke it. And then now we're going. I can't, I haven't mastered the entries for these ones there, but I know what's going on. So I can't just, because I always get bummed when I do this. It's like a 50-50. Sometimes I make it, sometimes I don't. This time, it didn't really make sense. Well, probably EU would have given it. Let's see. Why is it not even? Wow. Oh, what's this? Yeah, see, okay, cool. So we're going now, but then what can we see? We also know that there's trend line here. You see what I mean? So unless this whole thing is broken, we'll give it 15 minutes in it. 15 minutes of the benefit of that. Just because GU actually went and done his shit. EU went and done his shit. German, I want you to do your shit too, man. So I know I didn't waste my time today. So we'll give it that 15-minute buffer. Just so that 15-minute buffer, so by 4:15 we should have broken this. If we haven't, what's the point, brother? Call it a day, come back at New York. You know I'm coming from. But we've got the thing broken. We've got the thing, but remember it's trend line, and there's also trend line here as well. Gotta be careful, bro. You want it to be perfect for you. This is not perfect. This could be the efficiency of the pullback. Trend line, efficiency of the pullback. What can happen there? Liquidity. Then we could just spin the whole block and come further down into this point here, this last candle here, which has not been mitigated yet. That could happen, and then carry on going up. It's still following the daily profile. It's just where you're getting in. There's a yeah, I mean, something ain't right. Something is not right, bro. But let's wait. Let's wait. It's a waiting game. My psychology only became this good, yeah, because I got audience. Before, I used to take trades like this, which will lead me to blowing my account, because I couldn't wait, and I was like, yeah, I know who's gonna do this, I know who's gonna do that. But now with accountability of my viewers, I don't want to let you lot down, so I have to wait for the right move, and not confuse it. Because the moment you confuse it, you can predict everything right, but your entry could be bad, and you might take a loss, and then the move will actually happen, all because you weren't willing to wait. Like, look here, we had an inducement here. We could have said, let's get in here, but it was a counter inducement. So we had an inducement here. We had an inducement that led to this. But remember, efficiency of the pullback. Yes, this is the decisional that led to this. But this point here is also still valid because they're relatively close to each other. So ideally, this is what actually led price to come down. Because from here, we had the buy pressure, came down, had another buy pressure, came down.
Where did the first buy pressure start? It was here. So ideally, sellers took control. Buyers tried to enter here. Sellers knocked them down. Buyers tried to take control here. Sellers knocked them down again. Where was the first knockdown? It was here. But this one here, yeah, I can't lie. I feel like to take this. I feel like to take this. I feel like to take this one. Like this one here, you have to allow me, innit? I think this one here slight makes sense. Oh, did we miss it? Oh, we did miss it. No, but it didn't come down though. On my thing, it says it did. Look, it said we did, but we came and mitigated this open here. But on that, it's not saying that still. So we just have to wait for the whole thing to happen. But we do have that change of state of delivery, and of course, as I was saying, oh, let me check something. If we did, that's a big L. Ooh, that's a big L. Because we did and we didn't touch it. So that was it. Like this would have been our break even. But obviously we didn't come to this point here. I don't know why we didn't. But on my thing, it says that we did. On 30 it said we did. Let me see something. On 30. Did we? What the fuck? This broker is tweaking out, bro. It's saying that it tapped into here. But it didn't. Yeah, I'll show you. It's saying, oh, let me do this. Okay, cool. Why can't I make it bigger? Is this German? Yeah, it is. Broski, how far is this going, bro? Oh my lord. Oh. Alright, cool. What is this? Time frame M1. See how it said it tapped into this point here, look. But on this, it didn't tap it, just for the fair value gap. But anyway, we know that this is a smart money trap. Damn, man. See how I was ripping? I'm annoyed. They just couldn't give me a valid... You know, yeah, over this week, I'm going to fully digest Divergence, yeah. Because I know how they work. It's just using them to enter, yeah. Sometimes it looks confusing. I don't want to press the wrong button, basically. And then end up getting done. And then, like, this is the actual raw move. Like, something like this, basically. So I would have entered here. I would have got button. Do you get where I'm coming from? And then it would have left. That would have been pain to me. So I need to... Maybe is putting your stop loss all the way here. For you to have this. And then riding it all the way to... I don't know. But... Yeah, man. To me, it's peak. Hey, German. Yes, we've had that break. We've had that break now. We can actually buy here. I could actually get in here because that was the last point which led to that point there. So let me just slap a quick something on there. I've bought there. So I basically ended up entering here. With my stop loss here. 14, that's too much, man. I've rushed it. I've actually rushed it. I fried out. I went on G, got excited, and then came here and rushed it. Fuck. But ideally we could, could come all the way down to here. But I just saw this down candle and I was thinking, yeah, that's it. But that's the decision of being broken, so we could come to the extreme. Was that worth it, Carts? It was a dumb move, but we're in. So just gotta firm the L if we do take the L because we rushed it. Oh. The fuck. Yeah, we rushed it, man. If we get banned, that would be very stupid of us. We did rush it though. But this break even will be above here. But we did rush it. Still, I won't lie to you. I'll be lying to you if I said we didn't rush it. Look at this, bro. Look how fucking stop loss. Yes, it's a decision, but come on, man. Look how stop loss, bro. We might get done. All in the name of what? We rushed it.
You know what? If it goes above, I might just close it. Ooh. I'll close it just so I don't lose nothing that I don't want to lose. So I closed it. I'll wait. Because I rushed it. I won't lie to you. I rushed it. I don't like this. 0.14. That's not my lane, bro. That is going to take like the whole fucking London session plus fucking New York to get there. Possibly. Don't want that. That's too long, bro. I want to manage my trade as I'm here. Not when I'm showering and as I'm checking my phone and all that shit. But yeah, I rushed it. I closed it. I'll show you. I rushed it and I closed it. It could go. I'm not saying it couldn't. But because I rushed it, trade management is going to be fucking headache. And I don't want that. And ideally, we haven't really broken this top bit yet. This is when we break it. So maybe we might get a refined entry. We've just taken out this out here. So we could just either rip or come back down and mitigate this point here, which gave us, say, this inducement here, taking out this point, tapping into this point. That makes sense. Why didn't we just move our stop loss to here then, if that was the case? Oh well. Oh, I think because I rushed it, I just thought, yeah, we know the move is gonna go up, but bro, there's no point rushing it, bro. Because then if it does the move, you just made less of what you're actually going to make. What's the point? Wait for it, bro. So to me, obviously, I told you that this was smart money and it got violated. Cool. Then here's the demand zones. This was the last up candle that got mitigated. This one hasn't been mitigated. So ideally, this is where I want to get in. Here. Here's where I want to get in. Look at that 0.8. That makes more sense now. I can ride it. To wherever we're going, I can ride it to that, bro. So when we get here, that's when our market executed it. If we get bun there, then... It was fun. But ideally, that's what I want to get in. Which would be this point here. SL. Come on, SL. But that has to happen between now and 4:15. If we don't get that now and 4:15, there's no point. Trade is gone. Yeah, this one makes more sense. Yeah. So set. Should I set a limit? Yeah, let me set the limit. I like to market execute style. I like to limits, yeah. They're a bit scary, man. Obviously, we got the confirmation, but again, we haven't broken this point here. So 2 leg or not? Let me see. 2 leg. 1 leg. 2 leg. Valid. Validating. It's valid. With this inducement here as well. It's valid. So I want to get in on the inducement candle, which is here. So what time frame is this? M3. Come on, man. From now and 4:15, give me something. Just give me something. Give me something. Because at this point, you lot got me tweaking, fam. Got me entering so early because I've gone and checked GU and it's flying down. My heart is hurting me. But there's nothing I could have done. EU, same bullshit. German, I saved all of that hustle for you and you're giving me missed signals. What's going on? Stop playing mind games with me, man. Stop playing mind games with me. Alright, cool. So it looks like it's just gonna go up. It's not gonna come and hit this point here, which we wanted it to. Jolting. But we got a bit of time left. So let's wait, man. Let's be faithful. You gotta be faithful. Yeah? My price is just playing mind games with us. We've even given it a buffer and it's still giving us mind games. So I won't lie to you, yeah. I don't think we're gonna get that one. If we're gonna get something, yeah, I have to use my forbidden time key window. My forbidden key window. If you know about the forbidden key window, yo, go. within key window is the new 4-hour candle, which happens at exactly after this hour is done. So it happens around this area here, from here to, let's say, 6. Give it, sometimes it's like here, this, you have 2 in it. So you can either have the 5, so between this range here, or you could have it from there till 7, so 6 to 7, and then you have the move going on. But damn, man, why you gotta do me like that, man? 14% is what you wanted me to have as a fucking stop loss, bro. That is crazy work, brother. Nah, I thought you was gonna come dip deeper. But hey, I don't play with my entries, bro. Trust me. I know you lot are thinking, bro, why don't you just leave it? Yeah, when we come back and it's there, why don't you just leave it? Yeah, it sounds nice to say that at hindsight when everything's played out. But when you're in it, bro, me, the way I trade, I want 0.6, 0.8, 0. Max. Maybe max. Max is 12 in it. But that's if the setup is like, it's clean. Do you get where I'm coming from? This is not really clean. I want my thing tight as a motherfucker. Yeah, I want it tight. We've got trend line as well going on. So yeah, we might take it. God, we already got the confirmation. The confirmation is, look, this is liquidity taken. This led it to that. We've come and broken that. So we already got the breaker structure. It's just the entry. Come and tap it and go. It's just, this one is like you can set and forget. But it's crazy, brother. It's crazy because we might not get it. Our key window's already gone. We now got 5 minutes there. We've got 5 minutes to come and tap into this bitch. If you don't tap into it, German, you disappointed us, man. Because we left EU and GU instead of spending time there and finding the divergence, and maybe we could have caught a trade. We left it for German, and German's playing games with us, mind games. So yeah, bro. Sometimes you just gotta charge it, man. Sometimes you just gotta charge it. German though, man. I had faith in you, man. Daily profile, everything was just lining up. But then you're just not giving me my entry, my key window. You're just playing games. Brother. Games. So remember, we had this trend line. We still haven't broken this point yet. We're about to break it now, but maybe. I don't want us to break it. I want us to come down. Don't make the new breaker structure, bro. Come down. Tap into this. Fill it up. Fill your belly and then go. Because that'll be lovely. You know where I'm coming from? But at this point, the way it's moving, we might have, because this could be an accumulation in it. And some of them, I don't really know whack off like that. But what we could do is we could come take out this low here, since it didn't make. It obviously took out this point here, but we could take it out and come down into the last point here. Then maybe shoot up. Or we could just come tap it here and then go using this liquidity. That's what is at play right now. That's what I want, because we have an inducement, unmitigated point. Do you get from right now? We're just creating that trend line and then zoom. So when we get that zoom, manual execution straight away. If it's before 4:15, if it's after 4:15, yeah, man, just call it a day, bro. Call it a day. And we currently got 3 minutes left. If we don't get that, calling it a day, bro. And we just gotta charge it, man. That GU and EU, we had it. But obviously, if you remember, in terms of where price was going, we had it. It's just the entry that played with us, that we couldn't get an entry. This one here, we had it. It's just entry that's not coming to us. You know where I'm coming from? But we do this day in, day out. You see me saying daily profiles, market structure cycle. And yes, and the criteria that we use, and we see price going there. It's just the entry. Entry is what plays with us sometimes. And ideally, some people would have said, why don't you just put your thing here? We hadn't had this confirmed 2 legs. So me doing this, having a big stop loss for no reason, I like to refine my shit, man. Have it here. Play by the inducements, the current inducements. So this led to break that. Now let's come back down and tap this. Let me have my manual execution ready. Yeah. Manual execution ready. Ready to go. Because from there, you can say now we fully confirmed it. This is the high, but we could just mitigate somewhere here and carry on going. That's the sad thing about this. Or we could come take out all that trend line liquidity and go. But in this scenario, I won't lie to you, we have this sweep here, came down, reversed that, took that out here. The decisional that broke that. Hence why I entered straight away with that decisional. But still, my SL was too far, so I said, no, I don't like that. But anyway, because this was broken, remember, this was meant to be a sweep push out. We were meant to come mitigate and come down, but we didn't do that. We went and broke it. So this was a smart money trap. Went up, mitigated the last up candle that led to this break. We done that, and then now we went up. But now we have trend line. So this being a confirmed inducement taking out this trend line and then breaking the structure that we was looking at, it could be an efficiency of the pullback. Now the only place left is above these points here. So you can come from. But I want the next, this could be the next inducement, the mitigation, and we could have an inducement within that as well. So basically like a, what time is it now? 15 on the dot. If we get at 15, I'll enter. So you better skydive to it right now. Because if not, buddy, you're playing games. Skydive, bro. You got 40 seconds left. 40 seconds left. Come on, man. 40 seconds left. 40 seconds left. Well, 30 seconds left now. Or is it just going to do that at this point here? The mitigate or the decision that led to this break. We're basically just using that as internal structure. And we're going. So it could just be here. If that's the case, do I get a 1 to 7 if we do that? I mean, not 1 to 7. Because if you break above this high here, I'll show you. Look, if you break above this high here, what is essentially happening is, yes, it's trend line we have here. It's true. But if I'm reading price, we have also this trend line that's been taken. So if we don't take this out, yeah, we did. So I can't lie, it's outside our key window. Now, if I take a trade and it goes left, I'm going to blame it on not following my shit. So what's the point of taking this trade? But anyway, yo, that marks it up for today. We tried, bro. We just picked the wrong pair. 30, German 40 didn't really do what it was meant to do today. GU and EU, damn, man, there was divergence. I knew there was divergence, and daily profile was supporting that as well. But still, the entry was a bit counter-inducement, so we couldn't get in. But if you read further and looked on GU, maybe we might have been able to get something. But hey, it's all part of the game. Today, London session, no trade. We just charge it. See this point here. So if we break above this point here, what do you think is gonna happen? I'm feeling tempted. Let's see. Because it is valid. This thing here, if I was to take a trade off this point here, it's valid. It's valid in the sense that remember, this was the smart money trap. We took it out here. The decision of that took it out. We came and mitigated. Went up and broke the whole actual structure. Then what? We came down, mitigated that point, taking out this liquidity here. Then we had a breaker structure. If we do have that breaker structure, then I'll look to enter. But hey, man, time is not on our hand. It's not with us today, and that is too small. So yeah, you lot, I'll catch you in New York. This time you might actually catch me in New York. So yeah, man, catch you. Hold it, man. But yo, hey, comment on these videos, bro. Why is no one commenting that? Nah, I know you lot might be learning something. If you're not learning, at least just comment anything, bro. You can come from. Just show the algorithm that, yo, we've touched the scene now. You know where I'm coming from. But anyway,
Love for watching this. If you watch this, hope you learn something from it. How to sit on your hands when you have everything lined up and still you ain't got your entry yet. Sit on your hands. It's calm. It's worth it. You get a buzz from it. I got a buzz from not taking a trade today. It's weird. I used to get a buzz from taking trades. I get a buzz from not taking trades when everything lines up and I don't get my entry. It's fine. We predict everything. Look, we predicted everything. You're not happy to see that? You knew that London price was gonna come down, and it did come down. Now the next thing is just fanning your entry and having that entry being not invalidated, sorry, and then you're cool. So yeah, man, if you want to trade like this, stay locked in, man. But yeah, I'll catch you on the next one.